Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here. Today we're going to talk about Burnout in World of Warships. And right off the bat, I have just over 6,000 battles in this game. Probably almost near, well, actually probably well over 7,000 if you'd like to throw in clan wars and rank battles, mostly from clan wars. So I've gotten about 7,000 battles in this game. I've been playing this game for, yeah, just over 3 years now at this point, like 3.5 now. So I don't have a huge amount of battles in this game compared to some other people, but I've got a good chunk of battles in this game. The only other game that can come close to the amount of battles I've had in this game would be Battlefield 3. And I played the crap out of that game back in the day on my PS3 at 12 FPS at like 680p. Um, but yeah, I love that game. Anyway, so I've got a lot of battles in this game, but I have never felt as mentally drained as I have in the past like 2 months of this game. Just between the seasons of Clan Wars and how that went, and ranked, especially this last season this current season of ranked, like good God, I've never felt this mentally exhausted. And a lot of people that I play with feel exactly the same. Our competitive team in TSIOF right now, after this season of Clan Wars ends and after Supremacy League ends, most of us are taking a break from the game, like a multi-month break, because it's just been so draining and so exhausting mentally. It's crazy how myself, for example, I've like I said, I played a lot of games, but I've never felt this exhausted, and a lot of it has to do with some issues that haven't been addressed by wargaming, just the general nature of the current clan war season and the current ranked season. We'll get on that in a moment, but it's just been one thing after another, after another, after another, and it hasn't slowed down. Um, and like shoot, I do like this game. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not gonna stop making YouTube videos. I'm just gonna cut back the amount of time that I'm playing this game when I'm not recording. I'm gonna play it enough to obviously have a feel for the game and know what's going on and still do ship reviews and such. But the amount of time I'm gonna play this game when I'm not recording is gonna get cut tremendously. For the past 3 years, I've almost exclusively played this game. I may hop on Red Dead or GTA to play with my friends, but this has been my main game for the past 3 years. Obviously, with the YouTube channel and all. But I haven't played any other game for more than, an hour or so than World of Warships. But like I said, I do like the game. If I didn't like it, I just would stop playing it. But we all just need a break right now mentally from the last couple of competitive seasons. So anyway, let's talk about ranked real quick, because I think that this is the source for most of the mental booming, if you will. So rank kind of jumps around in tier, and the tier that landed this time is at tier 8. And my God, this season of rank, the 17th season, has been absolutely just exhausting, toxic, whatever you want to call it. Because I don't know what it is. It would be easy to point the finger at the CVs, but this isn't their fault. Because CVs have been in rank before. As a matter of fact, the last season where I really went hard and tried to see how low I could get was the 12th season, which is at tier 10. With tier 10 carriers, I think that was during when Hakuru was still like ungodly overpowered too. I did better in that season than I have in this one. In that season, I played 31 battles and I got down to rank 9, but I ended at rank 10. I had a 54% win rate. Okay, that seems pretty right for myself back then. I think that was like a year ago actually. Now, come back to the 17th season, the current season of ranked. Now, I have improved a lot since way back in the 12th season a year ago. And again, I'm not claiming to be some super unicum, because I'm not. My stats aren't hidden. You can go look at that. I'm average. I dare to say above average in certain ships like battleships, because I've played a ton of battleships. I really understand how they work now, And, I would say I'm above average in battleships. Everything else you can see, I'm painfully average. I'm actually bad in TT still, but I'm working on that. So anyway, this season of Ranked, I've played almost 50 games, and I have a 50% win rate. Actually, no, it's 48% now. 48% win rate in Ranked with 50 matches. And I started at rank 13, all right? And I've gotten down to rank 9. So that's 50 matches for 4 ranks. 50 of them. And I started to use Odin, and that got me down to rank 10. But it just wasn't working for me to get any further. So all right, I'm going to break out Massachusetts. One of probably the best ships for ranked. And a ship that I have many a battle in. I know how that ship works. That's one of my favorite ships in the game. You guys have seen the videos on Massachusetts and stuff, and know how much I love that ship and how much I play that ship, but I can't get past rank 9. And this season of Ranked, I don't know exactly what it is, but I've had a match, and this isn't. You can look this up, kind of in my stats. I had a match where I did 168,000 damage, sunk 4 ships, and we still lost because my team couldn't get it together. 168,000 damage in ranked. 4 kills in ranked. Where there's only 7 ships on a team. My team couldn't get it together to pull off a victory. Yet, a couple of battles after that match, I had a match where I only did 40,000 damage. I beached myself in my Massachusetts, got sunk, and we still won. Like, what? Because the team was good enough. And these were both matches at rank 10. It feels like no matter what I do in this season of Ranked, it doesn't matter. And the people I've talked to, and a lot of them have played the game much longer than I have, they feel the same way. It's almost impossible to carry this season. Now, it may have to do with it's at tier 8. A whole lot more premiums have been added at tier 8 since a year ago. And with the pandemic, people are still staying at home most of the time. And there's more people on. So, you got a lot more quote-unquote casual players playing ranked. That could be it. I don't know. But for whatever reason, this season has been extremely mentally taxing. That's one cause of it. The other cause of it is, of course, clan battles. Now, I'm 700 still away from the Shikishima. I want my steel. Obviously. And it's at tier 6 this time. A lot of premiums at tier 6. And funnily enough, at tier 6, there's no radar. So there's no radar, which means smoke meta is extremely popular. And of course, there's tier 6 carriers. Which means you've got a lot of teams running either a smoke comp with a bunch of Perths and Huang He's, or a bunch of Graf Spies, because Graf Spies tanky, it's got a heal, it's got a decent health pool. It's basically the tier 6 Stalingrad. And when you're going up against teams that are purely smoke teams that you can't spot, because most of these smoke ships also have hydroacoustic search. So you can't just charge the smoke and hydra them, because they have their hydra up and they'll spot you by the time you spot them. And, well, that happens. And plus, they're in smoke, and they have their CV with them, who will be more than happy to spot for them while they're in smoke. So while you try to rush them down, since they're in a bunch of Huang Keys or Perfs, they're going to burn you down before you can get there anyway. And, we've had to deal with that. There are ways to deal with that. We are trying to deal with that as best as we can. But you have to admit, it's aggravating. It's extremely aggravating facing team after team after team after team of that. And the Graf Spee spam's pretty aggravating too, because the only real way to counter Graf Spee spam is either to give in to the smoke meta or give in to the Graf Spee meta. And we're trying to fight the meta. We're running currently it's either a Warspite and a myriad of other cruisers, or an Ark Royal and a myriad of other cruisers. We're trying to fight the meta as best as we can, because we all want our steel. But it's been absolutely toxic for us, for clan wars and for ranks. And Supremacy League, on the other hand, we're actually having a lot of fun in. It's actually probably the reason most of us are still mentally okay. Um, it's a community-ran event. It's kind of like COTS, if you ever watched COTS, King of the Sea tournament. Kind of like that. It's been mostly alright time for us. But, yeah, the other two competitive modes that we actually get rewards for doing, oh my god, it's been mentally taxing on us. And, at the end of the day, it is just a game. So, if you're going through something like this, just don't be afraid to take a break. It's also not very healthy for the game that it's having this effect on players who've been playing this game for so long, to where, many of us are taking a break, and we're planning on coming back, obviously. I can't imagine, a group of players going through this who are just average players, and they just try to get on the game and have some fun, and going through all the stuff and ranked, and if they're part of a clan, then they have to deal with all that, and then not to mention the mess that is random battles right now, and the constant introduction of ships like the Thunderer, like the Smolensk, like the Slava, if that thing comes out, ships that really aren't that healthy for the game, but yet they're being added into the game. And I mean, I get the need for HE and the way that it works, but guys, it's not fun getting spammed by a Thunderer with its HE. It's not fun getting spammed by a Smolensk with its HE. It's not fun getting sniped by a Slava at 25 kilometers and losing half of your health. It's not fun. Yes, it may be quote-unquote balanced, or whatever you want to call it, in some way or another, but it's not fun to fight against it. Just like the Venezia spam last Clan War season. Venezia was a fine ship in random battles, but in ranked, in Clan Wars, just the way that it worked last season was atrocious because of the comp that developed. It wasn't fun to fight against. And, that's why I'm going to go from playing this game in my free time, besides obviously recording and stuff for YouTube, and again, playing it enough to keep up with it and cover it on YouTube, to probably playing more games like this. That's why a lot of the games on my PC, if you've ever seen my desktop, a couple of times that I've shown it, I have a lot of simulator games that are kind of chill, and I can just, build a park, build a city, do something, and just sit back and watch it, do whatever. Just a bunch of chill games. But, I mean, it's just not healthy for the game that this is the environment that it's in currently. And yeah, they try to do some lighthearted modes here. A lot of the ranked sprints modes, like the 1v1, that was fun. That was really fun wargaming. Bring back the 1v1 sprints. That was a blast. And arms race, I liked the arms race mode. It was a nice, fun, arcadey mode. Bring modes like that back, wargaming. Fun modes. And I get that steel's a rare resource, and they want people to really work for it. But when you have to go through all this stuff to get your steel, that's just so painful. It's like, God, I mean, it's been really mentally draining. But yeah, I wanted to give you guys a little spiel about getting burned out, and like I said, a lot of us are too. And again, just to clarify, I'm not quitting YouTube or anything. I'm still going to cover World of Warships. I'm still going to play the game enough to where I know what's going on, and this is still going to be my main quote-unquote game that I play, but I'm going to be playing a lot more of other games when I'm not recording, because like I said, I used to play this game exclusively for 3 years now, but I'm going to start to play other games now more so in my free time when I do have it. It's going to be one heck of a year coming up. But anyway, guys, that's what I wanted to talk about today, and let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments down below. How do you handle with burnout? What's your cutoff point for the game when you just kind of had enough of it for the day? If you enjoyed the video, guys, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. We are on our way to 15,000 subscribers. We are very, very close to that goal, thanks to you guys, and I cannot thank you guys enough for that. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one.